Hello and welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. Sorry, I still got a bit of a cough. Anyway, I hope you're all well and you've enjoyed your Monday. Let's get straight on with the price action analysis. Okay, so I've got my little asset assessment group of indicators up on the chart here, which I like to use when looking at anything really. And it's a daily time frame for Bitcoin. And as you can see, Bitcoin's had a bit of a rubbish Monday. And it doesn't really mean a great deal at the moment, but what you can see is really since the RSI topped out here, which was pretty much about a month ago now. Wow, doesn't seem that long ago. When Bitcoin was at sort of just approaching 90,000, momentum, excuse me, from an RSI point of view has been um, dwindling, and indeed you can see that on the MACD too. Now, what does that mean? Well, that's bearish divergence, but personally, I don't think it means a great deal unless Bitcoin sees volatility expansion on the daily time frame, um, which, excuse me, again, which can only really occur if Bitcoin closes the daily back below 93,000, or more specifically, this wick low over here, which it's hard to see exactly, but it's probably somewhere between 92 and 93,000. The first part of that, though, so that would lead to expansion or widening of the Bollinger Bands to the downside, right? So a volatile move to the downside. Now, the first step that's involved in that logically has to be Bitcoin closing a daily time frame below the midpoint of the Bollinger Band, which is right bang smack on at the moment, 96 or 750. So just above it at the moment. Or is it 97? But basically where price action is at the moment. If it closes a daily below there, then really salvation is at sort of 92, 93. If it starts to close dailies below there, that will be volatility expansion to the downside. And then likely a move, well, depends how low you want to go Bitcoin, but I would have thought closures below sort of 92 could beget a, a move on a daily time frame back down to sort of high mid 80s. So that hasn't occurred yet. I'm not saying it's going to, but today's looking fairly bearish. Now I'm going to jump down to the 4-hour, and you can see there is a bit of volatility expansion on the 4-hour, but it's been waxing and waning basically ever since Bitcoin initially tapped 100K. You know, the 4-hour volatility's cooled off, expanded to the downside, cooled off, expanded to the upside, cooled off again, and looks like it might be about to expand to the downside. And this, you can see on the 4-hour time frame why that 90, 91, 92,000 area, if this does continue, the volatility expansion to the downside on a 4-hour is likely to be a support area. What can I say about the momentum on the 4-hour? Well, it has closed below the zero line here, and it's got some work to do to turn green again. So I'd say 4-hour momentum is definitely to the downside, and it would need to get back up to about 99,000 to reverse that. Initially, though, yeah, that's the midpoint of the Bollinger Band as well. So yeah, likely more downside until Bitcoin closes a 4-hour back above 99. And you'd want to see support somewhere around 91, 92,000. And I think that's probably it for today's video. Of course, because it's Monday, I want to check in on the weekly closure, which was actually pretty, well, it was bullish, but it wasn't exactly blow your socks off. And with this week so far, it's starting to look a bit top heavy. But you can see it's going to, certainly the momentum on the MACD will continue rising as long as Bitcoin's closing weeklies above 90,000. So yeah, I think there's a good chance that that will continue to be the case and the weekly momentum will continue to the upside. But will it cool off a bit on the weekly time frame? Will volatility start to contract? Maybe, but we will find out in due course. And there we are. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please like and subscribe. Forgive me for coughing, and see you tomorrow for Tuesday. Take care.